Hello Virgo. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. It could be current. For others of you, this could be a situationship you find yourselves in. And for a small portion of you, this could be also a relationship or a connection that you know is very special, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I don't channel through any spirit guides. I never have. I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. All right. A lot of intense energy here. We have my past life card. This is the mystery card. It does appear this is a past life spiritual connection for the majority of you. That's why it's so hard to let go of this person, and that's why some of you are literally obsessing day and night, night and day. It's hard to let go of this person. It's really hard to not think about them. The first card's the strongest here. We have a crossroads, followed by laughter. Then we have wild woman, grief, sensuality, abundance, mystery, order, and then we have centering under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. Keep in mind, these feelings could be vice versa. And that is because you have the past life card here, and this talks about mirroring each other, being in each other's energy. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. This still happens in real time, that energetic connection. My dear Virgo, right now I'm at a crossroads. It is time for me to make a choice, to make a decision. But I have been indecisive. There's a part of me that feels that I don't really know the entire story. I want to make a decision and move on, but I can't. In you, I have found a friend, someone who knows how to make me laugh. You know how to make me smile. You know what makes me tick. You know what makes my heart happy. You are like the ray of sunshine on the cloudiest of days. And that brilliance just comes through. But I haven't been such a good friend because I have hidden things from you. In this connection, there has been sneaky behavior. I have said certain words and done certain things. But sometimes I left out a few things. I've left out a few words. What you don't know won't hurt you. But because I did this, does that mean it's a lie? In this connection now, I feel there's deceit, there is deception, there's a lack of truth, and it hurts. This lack of truth that exists, it really shows who I really am. I am somebody that was trying to get away with something, not really wanting you to know the full truth. And I got caught red-handed, directly or indirectly. I got caught because of the sneaky behavior, and now I'm grieving. I grieve. I feel as though I've lost you forever. Once my world was bright. I was happy. But then things changed. Things were not so bright anymore. Things started to fade. And you were that shining star that was once so bright, but now I see you fading. You needed love to live, and I poisoned that love. I poisoned that trust. I do feel guilty for what I've done. There is a sense of a regret, loss, sorrow. This feeling that I have, it is true. There's sadness and melancholy, regret, remorse, and guilt. And I can't move on. In you, I have found someone who makes me want to live my life to the fullest. You are so sensual. Everything about you is so alluring, so tempting, so seductive. You don't even have to try. I'm attracted to you so much physically. You are very gorgeous. And in this connection, I'm hoping that you and I can be a power couple, working together side by side, building a better future. I want to gain wisdom being in this connection with you. I want to learn more. I also feel that in this connection, you and I have this spiritual path we must follow. And it appears our paths, yes, they have crossed. The destination is the same. I think to myself, why is it that you're in my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? And why not far into the future? I'm hoping that some things could change. I can smell your scent sometimes when you're not even there. I can feel your presence when you're not there. And in my dreams, everything seems so real. There's a part of me that is very close to you. And there's a part of you that lives inside of my heart. It's inseparable. When you're happy, I'm happy. And when you're sad, my world just falls apart. I know we have our differences, but the spiritual connection that exists, I can't deny that anymore. To me, it feels as though there's something special here. I know you somehow. I've known you from before. For some odd reason, I feel so comfortable. I also feel in this connection the crossroads that I'm on, the choice that I must make. I find it difficult to make a choice because I'm surrounded by clouds, by fog. I can't see the way forwards, backwards, left or right. I don't know which way to go. For me, there's a lack of clarity. There's a lack of understanding. And there is a whole lot of confusion. I do feel that in this connection, what all I feel and the decision that I have to make, it's only a matter of time. One day, when these clouds lift, I will be able to make a choice. But in the meantime, I stand still, stationary. I do not move. Because if I do, I might take the wrong path, take the wrong road, make the wrong choice. You wonder, Virgo, why is it that I stay still and I'm not moving forward? It's because when it comes to this relationship, there are certain things that I just don't know. I need more clarity. I need more understanding. Overall, there's a part of me in this connection that really does feel grounded. This feeling is intense. It is organic. It is so true. It makes me want to celebrate with you the beautiful balance that we have, like the yin and the yang. If I'm the moon, you are the sun. We come and go and we dance in perfect harmony. And I can always rely on you. You're always going to be there. For now, I do want to make a choice, and my choice is not to lose you as a friend. You are my confidant, and I do feel that our friendship is very important to me. There are certain things I need to say to you. How I want to apologize and ask for forgiveness. But because of certain things that are happening, that lack of decision, that indecisiveness, I can't do anything. Eventually, one day, maybe things will change. All right, Virgo. A lot is going on here. You have 3 really intense cards. Wild Woman, which talks about, for me, it's sneaky behavior. We have grief, and we have a whole lot of confusion. Order and chaos. So this is a past life spiritual connection. Some of you may be twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, maybe even more, but those are the top 3 that I've seen are the most intense when I do my past life readings. For some of you who are new here, I do have another channel on YouTube, and those videos are absolutely free from beginning to end. Have a look at some of those videos. They're quite insightful and enlightening. One of them is called Past Life and Spiritual Connections, as well as, wow, Sensually Intense Spiritual Connections. I'm thinking about another one. So those two are going to really resonate for some of you. If this is a past life connection, you'll see that how everybody's going through the same thing. It's very similar. And I also have some on twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners. So please have a look at that too. It's called Asnointia Audio. That's the name of my channel. I forgot to announce that. Asnointia Audio, and that is on YouTube. For some of you that want to have a past life reading, have a look on my website, www.asnointia.com. If you can place an order, that's well and good. If you are unable to place an order, please feel free to send me an email and I will put you on the waiting list for a past life reading. All right. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. So this deck, I look into a little bit of the past. So we're going into the past a little bit to see what happened that caused this connection to go downhill in the first place. So you do have very similar kind of pictures actually, but they are quite different. We have here awakening, and then we have the Two of Arrows, followed by the King of Cups. So this is for those of you who have been ghosted. This person has faded from your life. You wonder what happened. Maybe they communicate with you, but just once in a while. Things were great before, but then what happened? A very sweet connection has now turned sour. So this is in the past, and the first set of cards you just saw, that is the current status that this person is going through, what they're feeling. So here we have awakening, Two of Arrows, and the King of Cups, and I read these in the reverse. All right. We have here an unwillingness to accept affection, problems with children or relationships, creatively blocked by external or internal forces, the refusal to grow. So this talks about love and sexuality. An expansive, life-affirming energy that brings opportunities and optimism, however, not wanting that anymore. Creativity and procreation, not looking forward to that. Relationships with children suffer. Here, this person that you were dealing with, you may have wanted a future with them, but they literally just had this feeling that they did not want to be in a relationship. They were creatively blocked by external or internal forces. So here they had problems with children or problems with relationships, an unwillingness to accept the affection that you were giving to them. And when they did this, creatively blocked by external, this could be outside factors that are not allowing this person to be with family or children, and internal forces where this person internally thinks that I may not be such a good provider. I may not be a good mom or a dad. We have a situation here where things came to light and things were starting to move forward, but then this person just took a step back, and for some of you, they just kind of poof, they vanished. It's because they thought they were not ready, and they were creatively blocking this. They weren't doing this because something else was stopping them. They themselves put this block up, this wall. They don't want to move beyond that wall. And that definitely would be very confusing for those of you that thought things were going great. Here we also have, wow, we have here discomfort with a decision. Over-reliance on the intellect and leaving emotions unconsidered. All right, so that's what happened here. This person was blocking the love and the affection that was being given to them because they were having, they were making decisions. They wanted to make decisions. Let me rephrase that. They wanted to make decisions, but they were feeling uncomfortable making a decision. Why were they uncomfortable making a decision? Because they didn't want to use their heart. They were relying on their intellect and they were leaving emotions unconsidered. So both of these cards kind of talk about how this person was pushing away any sort of love, any sort of affection that was coming into this relationship. They were blocking it. They were pushing it away. King of Cups. Here with the King of Cups, this does talk about how this individual lacked emotional maturity, they lacked wisdom, and they lacked integrity. Here, there was a desire to have more control over one's aspirations. This person started to fantasize, and the card suggests that it's time to get back to work. Your person of interest here, Virgo, may have been inconsistent and unreliable. Those two words, inconsistent and unreliable. And we see that here. So it appears that they didn't do what you wanted them to do, or what you assumed that should have been done in this connection to be together. They didn't do it because they didn't want to do it. They didn't feel comfortable doing it. And whatever they were doing in this connection, they were putting a block on it. They were thinking about it logically. Part of the reason was because this person was immature. They looked like a king. They acted like a king, but on the inside, they were like a page. There was a lack of wisdom. There was that lack of courage and integrity. They don't have that. And emotional control. They don't have that. So you're dealing with somebody that may have seemed to be relationship material, and there could have been more of a commitment, but then things changed, and it turned out that everything that they had said and done, in the end, to you, it didn't make sense. I understand that, because they had this image that they are somebody who is reliable and consistent, maybe in the beginning, but then when reality hit them, when things started to move a bit forward, you couldn't rely on them, and they were inconsistent. All right. Some people are just like that, guys. Some people are just like that. That's not a part of their nature. It's not a part of their nature, because when they meet the person, not the right person, but when they meet a person that they want to have a relationship with, they will change. What I'm seeing here is that they did not want to change because they were very comfortable with the way things are, with what they knew, how they feel comfortable. They didn't want to move forward in this connection because there's a fear of the unknown. And anything that they don't know, they don't feel, like I said, confident about. They don't feel confident. And then they feel that they can lose a lot. There's a lot to lose. There's a lot of changes that this person would have to go through, transformation, and they're not willing to do that. They're being very rigid. They're not changing. There was a reliance and a talk about commitment, or maybe there was one step more in this connection, something a bit on a higher level. It just didn't work out. Part of the reason was this person's not really thinking with their heart. They're thinking, unfortunately, not even through, okay, they're thinking about comfort. I'm getting the word comfort. It's not comfortable for them. So they do things according to what makes them feel comfortable. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, how the world would be, right? All of those of you that have kids, wouldn't you like to be comfortable, right? Okay. So this person wanted to be comfortable, and they didn't think that this entire situation, as it was unfolding, they felt that it made them feel uncomfortable. And that's why those two words, discomfort and decision, there was a discomfort with a decision that this person had to make. And remember, you do have the crossroads card here. You also have the order and chaos card on this side. So because of that, there was this decision that should have been made, but it just wasn't happening because this person didn't want to make it. And even the decision that they did make, it wasn't from the heart. Wow. It's a learning curve, guys. Experiences like this, they're not mistakes. They're experiences. Maybe one day far in the future when something like this hopefully never happens again, but if it does, you know what to do. If you come across a situation like this, you'll know where it's headed. Because at that point, for you, you've been there, done that. An interesting array of cards. So we have here the Beginner's Tarot. With this deck, I like to have a look at any actions, any plans, any intentions this person may have towards you. I'm not truly seeing any action that they're taking directly, but I just do see a lot of intention. With the Hermit card, this is a good card to have. This definitely talks about how this person is taking a step back and they're not really talking to you. They may not be talking to a lot of people. This is a time for self-reflection, contemplation, isolating oneself to the point where they are lonely. But they want to detach themselves from the rest of the world in order to regain balance because they want to concentrate on certain issues. They want to target those issues. Now, when we have this card also, I've seen it's a chance for this person to have the sense of introspection, understanding who they are, understanding what they want from this connection with you, and what they can do to make it better. This is something that they have been thinking of for quite some time. We also have here the Hanged Man. In the meantime, while they are recuperating, meditating, healing, a part of them is also waiting to see what happens next. They're just waiting, but also they're curious to know, what are you going to do in the coming days? What they want to do is give you a solid offer. This is an offer, and this is what I would call a tangible offer, something that is very strong. Now, when we have this card, it does talk a lot about commitment, trying to have something that's a bit more solid. Now, this is an intention that this person has, which is really good because this is very practical. Once again, very practical. We don't have any cups here. Emotions unconsidered, right? So again, this person, yes, is very practical. However, we need to see more cups. We need to see more emotion. I'm not seeing that here. We also have here justice. This person wants to make things right. They feel that in the past few months or years, it's always been you just giving and them just taking and taking. So I do see here they want to make a better balance. They want to fix this situation that they've gotten themselves into. Now, one thing that's really interesting here is you may wonder why they did what they did. Some of the things that they were doing were because you remember one of those cards and I said there was external and internal forces. I think it was a 2 of arrows, I think. There are a lack of changes occurring because of internal and external forces. Here it does talk about that. This talks about internally this person wants to release. They want to go and do things, but externally something is holding them back. Here you have this person, they're blindfolded, they can't see anything, they can't hear anything. Their arms are tied, hands, legs, feet are tied, they can't move anywhere. They're surrounded by swords, caged in a way. And far in the distance, somebody's watching them like a hawk. Lack of freedom. This person doesn't have their freedom. There are restrictions, constraints, obstacles, problems that are just holding this person down, weighing them down, but also they just feel tied up. So, Virgo, when you wonder, why does this person not truly reach out to me the way that I would like them to? Why can't they be open with me, it's because they find themselves stuck in a certain circumstance that they cannot change. They cannot escape this. It's so intense that they themselves feel they are stuck. They cannot move on. Even they don't know what to do. If they did, then this card wouldn't have showed up at some point in time. It just would. Maybe after this we would have had something else. But that didn't happen. So right now they do feel pretty stuck, pretty bound, caged. Somebody's watching them. So there's also a little bit of paranoia here too. The overall arching theme we have here is the Eight of Pentacles. Now for me, I also call this the love workshop. This person is working on a strategy. I'm seeing one of the cards in my mind I am seeing is let go. So they're feeling that if they just let go of this and just kind of take it one step at a time, one day at a time, things are going to start to work out. Practically, Virgo, I don't see much happening right now. I see this person working on it, so maybe in the future, yes, something might happen. The only action I see right now is this person taking action for themselves. There's no other action I'm seeing here. The intention is really good. The King of Pentacles, the Justice card, the intention is good. What this person needs to do is work on it. All right. Let's have a look at Archangel answer cards, what the angels have to say about this. Here we have ask your angels, followed by be assertive. Then we have helpful people. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. You got a double confirmation here. This is a spiritually based romantic connection. All right. Here we have some questions that you may have in your mind, in your heart, regarding this situation, regarding this person even. The angels here are saying, ask your angels. So we don't see the angels. Most of us don't. But they're always there to help us when we call upon them. And these are the angels in heaven. The way I connect with the angels, this is my technique, and it works for me. I pray to the Christ consciousness, that is Jesus. From there, I get to his Father, the source, who we call God, the Almighty. I ask the Almighty, I tell him what my issues are. And after that, I ask him to send Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. With the help of Jesus, who's for me, Yeshua, or Yeshu, and with the permission of the Almighty God. Now, within a split second, you will be in the energy of the angels. Some of you might even feel it, some of you may not. Either way, tell your angels what your issues are. They already know it, they just need to hear you say it. Also, give them permission to help you. And very soon, at some point in time, either you will see signs and synchronicities, certain messages that may appear on billboards, music that may be on the radio and a specific sentence makes sense only to you. Here, sometimes, you can also hear a voice in your head. If it's a sinister voice, you know that's not the real deal there. That's the wrong one. You don't want that voice. But the voice sometimes that you'll hear may be in your own, the voice may be in your own, well, it might be your own voice. It might sound like your own voice. Sometimes it may sound like a different voice, but you can feel the difference in your soul if it's actually a positive energy or negative energy. So most of you will get to hear something that's very positive. Now, there's some of you here with the card Be Assertive. This does show me that you've kind of bent over backwards to accommodate this person. And I do see that there with the Justice card that you had earlier, that this person has been just taking and taking while you've been giving and giving. Now remember, they're only taking because you're giving. Once you stop, then they won't be taking anymore. So here you have to be assertive. You have to let them know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. You have to put your foot down. We also have here helpful people. In addition to asking your angels, messages may also come through other people to get a hint, and then they say something that they have this intuitive feeling or this gut feeling, and then sometimes people just blurt something out. That will come only when you actually start to talk to people. So do discuss, maybe 2 or 3 people that you trust. This could be your friends, your family members, but tell them about what's going on in your life and specifically regarding the situation. Some of you may be really bothered with this, and some of you may not. It's not going to resonate for everybody. It's a general love reading. But here, it is important for those of you that have been having self-esteem issues. You feel validated only because this person says something to you. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Talk to some people that you know, that appreciate you and love you. Get that positive energy and feedback from them. And once they give you that advice, then you'll be able to listen also to your own intuition. Here, this is a past life spiritual connection you have here. Definitely, you got 2 cards. First card was in the first deck. Here we have the last deck. You have a double confirmation here that this is a spiritually based past life connection. Really beautiful, very strong connection. They're also saying here that many of you are worrying. They're asking you not to worry. So I know it's easier said than done, but they are saying here there's no need to worry because big happy changes are on the way. There's going to be changes, they're going to be big, and you're going to be happy about it. Is right now the right time? Nope. So big happy changes. So changes will come in due time, but they will not happen at the time that you think that they're going to happen. Okay? So the timing might be a little different. Ultimately, it comes down to waiting. Now, while you are waiting, talk to some friends. Go to some classes or some friends where you can make yourself, upgrade yourself, basically. You upgrade yourself because some of you I've seen are in this relationship and this person defines you. You think you're handsome, you think you're beautiful because they say it, right? We're afraid to leave somebody, or we're afraid that they're going to leave us and we're going to be left alone. I totally understand that. But it's important that you start working on yourself in that way. Me, myself, and I can do anything, can achieve anything. Yes, it's nice to have a partner, but even if you're not there, I can still do it. Might not be 100% up to one's standards, but at least I can do it. So this is very important. I've seen this come up a lot in other private readings too. When people, when people are afraid and they're really not sure where this connection is headed, especially when you have that crossroads card, it's a very weary kind of feeling, right? You don't know, are we going to last? Is this going to move forward? What's going to happen here? Sometimes your future depends on it, right? Hopefully not, but your life depends on it. Your future, your finances depend on it. Your reputation depends on it. But try to find a way with your support group, your friends or your family, where you can be all that you can, but not be too dependent on this person. Yes, you can rely on them. They can be your partner, whatever. But on the inside, who you really are, try to bring yourself a bit up here, because I'm seeing that some of you are only in this connection and you only think that you're beautiful, you're handsome because they say it. There's a lack of self-esteem for some of you. There's no harm in that. Start working on that. In the meantime, let this person do their hermit thing, okay? Because this person is in the hermit mode. They are not going to be talking to you. They're not going to be talking to anybody else. Most likely not, because they are in the hermit mode. And honestly, that's a really good card to have, because it does talk about how this person wants to move forward and wants to fix the situation. All right, Virgo, that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. Also, for those of you who are new, feel free to have a look at my other channel, Asnointia Audio, on YouTube. I have relationship-related advice videos, and I also have what is negative energy, what and who are negative energies, and how to remove those things. I also have past life and spiritual connection related videos. All right, then, you all take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.